Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today we're going to talk about natural rubber and synthetic rubber. So natural rubber is rubber trees, or the scientific name Hevia brasiliensis, were brought to Malaysia in 1877 and have continued to be developed as an important commodity in our country until the present. So the rubber comes from latex. So latex is white fluid obtained from rubber trees when the tree bark is tapered. Natural rubber that is found in latex is a natural polymer known as polyisoprene. Monomer for polyisoprene is isoprene, or with the UPAD name is as you can see there. So the protein membrane of rubber particles is negatively charged on the outer surface. This causes rubber particles to repel each other, preventing coagulation. So as we can see here, this is polyisoprene and isoprene. So the characteristic of natural rubber depend on the rubber polymers. They are naturally elastomic polymers. The presence of double bond in the rubber polymer structure affects the resistance of natural rubber towards oxidation by air. So as you can see there is some of the characteristic of natural rubber. So the example of products from natural rubber, as you can see here, is tire, boots, gloves and shoes. So next, the coagulation of latex. Latex is collected in liquid form for processing, or it can be left to coagulate and be collected a day after it was tapered. The collection of latex in liquid form should be done quickly because once exposed to the air for a few hours, the latex will start to coagulate and turn solid. Acid can coagulate the latex by neutralizing the negatively charged protein membrane. Coagulation can take place by adding a weak acid into latex, or it can occur naturally by leaving the latex exposed to the air. Bacteria in the air enter the latex and secrete lactic acid, which eventually causes the latex to coagulate. So, this is how it coagulates. So first, the negatively charged protein membrane causes rubber particles to repel each other. So, hydrogen ions from acid neutralize the negatively charged protein membrane. Third, rubber particles collide with one another that cause the protein membrane to break. So lastly, rubber polymers combine with one another that cause latex to coagulate. So, latex coagulation prevention. Latex is also needed in liquid form to produce specific products such as gloves and rubber tubes. Alkaline solutions such as ammonia is added into the latex to ensure that coagulation doesn't take place. So alkaline solution consists of hydroxide ions that can neutralize the acid produced by the bacteria. The protein membrane of rubber particles remains negatively charged, and rubber particles will continue to repel when they draw near one another. So, vulcanization of rubber. What is vulcanization? Vulcanization is a process of producing rubber that is more elastic and with better quality through the product of cross-link between polymer chains. So, as we can see here, this is the vulcanization of rubber to form sulfur cross-link. So, here we add the sulfur. So, this is the vulcanization. So, alternative vulcanization of rubber. Vulcanization by using sulfur is the main method used to produce vulcanized rubber from natural rubber. Nonetheless, the vulcanization method cannot be used for certain types of rubber, particularly synthetic rubber, which doesn't contain double bond. There are few alternative vulcanization methods that can be utilized to produce vulcanized rubber without using the sulfur, as shown in figure 4.10. Vulcanized rubber produced is free from sulfur and more environmentally friendly. So, the example of alternative vulcanization is peroxide, irradiation, and metal oxide. So, properties of vulcanized rubber. The formation of sulfur cross-link reduces the double bond between two carbon atoms in vulcanized rubber that make it harder to be oxidized. So, strong sulfur cross-links prevent the rubber polymer from sliding when it is stretched and can return to a original shape when released. High heat energy is needed to break this linkage. The condition make Vulcanized rubber more elastic and has high heat resistance. This unique characteristic of vulcanized rubber allow various items to be produced compared to unvulcanized rubber. So as we can see here, unvulcanized rubber, the original shape is broken. But if the vulcanized rubber, the original shape can be restored. So the difference between vulcanized and unvulcanized rubber, as you can see here. So next, synthetic rubber. Synthetic rubber is synthetic polymer that is elastic in nature or elastomer polymer. So the characteristic of synthetic rubber is hard, resistant to heat, resistant to chemicals, elastic, heat insulated, and resistant to oxidation. So the example of synthetic rubber and its use is here. You can pause if you want to read it. So lastly, unsustainable use of rubber materials will lead to environmental pollution. So what's your opinion? Leave in the comment below. So thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.